Hi there, my name is John Szekeres from Gerrie Electric in the Automation Group. I'm showing you today on Connected Components Workbench with a PowerFlex 525 connected to it. I am connected with Ethernet to the drive from my laptop. I want to show you trends. So this is a new feature that's in version, it was a patch to 11, but I'm in version 12 right now of the software. And we're able to graphically see the parameters values going up and down in a graph. So it's kind of like our drive observer from the old Drive Tools SP when you had Drive Executive and Drive Observer to do all your stuff for looking at PowerFlex 7 class drives. So I'm connected to the drive right now with online. So to get started on that, I have to, just after I connected, click Add to Project. There it is. And it just pops up over here into the project. Then I'm going to click on the Trends tab and just go Add Trend. And now I get my properties up here for the trend. There's three sections here: the traces, the sampling, and the trigger. So you can set up settings for your sampling just for every data point that gets recorded. So I just leave it at 100 milliseconds, capture size and time or samples. So time based, and it's counting down from 10 minutes down. There's a trigger settings here. I usually just leave this alone. With traces, then we'll add our traces. We have a plus sign here, and we'll be able to add the traces. So now we go into our drive here. We can filter and take a look, but just keep hitting the arrow button. So we're getting into the parameters now, and we're just going to go into the basic display, and I just want to grab 3 parameters to show you here. So here's our list of the basic display parameters, and I'm going to grab parameter number 1, output frequency, number 2, commanded frequency, and DC bus voltage number 5. I'll add that to the project. And then based on settings and stuff, we're ready to go. And I'll click Apply and OK. So now we're into the area here where we'll be able to press play and start recording and capturing the data of these 3 parameters that are up here. And then the color codings are there. And right now I believe they will start off as y-axis stacked and not overlaid. So I'm going to just press play right now, so it's counting down. And as I scroll down, so they're just in 3 different spots here. So we got output frequency at the top, commanded frequency in the middle here in the green, and DC bus voltage. So you can see 354 volts or 355 volts DC, so it's just some fluctuations there. So they're all stacked there. So if I turn on my drive, I'm just going to hit the start button on it. You can see the ramp up here happening on our output frequency. And the commanded frequency was always about the same, right? Just sitting at 60 hertz. So that was always knowing that. And just slight fluctuations. It is the drive pot that's on there, so it's probably some vibration. So now our drive came up to 60 hertz, and then basically we're seeing graphically what's going on. So this helps to diagnose when things are turning on, certain values are going back and forth, maybe an analog value, anything you want. Perhaps maybe in this exact scenario I have here, maybe the drive's tripping on an overvoltage. Maybe I could see some blip in the DC bus voltage and things like that. So if we click on with our left mouse click, we can flag it, and you see but it is still recording, but the exact capture of the values as it goes by. In the settings here, we can change the y-axis, so the scaling we can leave automatic, or you can make it more manual. But if we don't, in stacked mode, it does show you the y-axis values on the side, but an overlay, especially when we have all 3, we can show you that they're overlaid, but I don't see the values on the y-axis over here, but I can click on any time to grab some values in the flag for that point in time. And I can stop the trending. I'll stop my drive. So let's say I capture my trending. You can also with this, export it to CSV so you can open it up in Excel basically, and you can print it out to your printer or print to PDF, which is a popular method of maybe viewing this so you see all the colors and the graphs and stuff on there. So again, if I change it back to stacked, it will go back to 3 different axes so you can see them separately, and you got some values on the y-axis for showing your ranges. And you got your time down here. You can scroll back and take a look at something in the past, and then analyze anything by clicking on a point in time, and you see your flags of the exact values at the time. So if I click on here, you'll see a little different commanded frequency and output frequency. Obviously it's following it very closely in this application. So there's a quick overview of the trends in Connected Components Workbench, and it's a useful tool that's finally added to the software to help look at your drives settings, whether it's PowerFlex 520 series or PowerFlex 750 series. And it's a very useful tool to help diagnose things and take a look at multiple things going on at once graphically. If you have any questions, just give us a call in the Gerrie Electric Automation Group and ask to speak to any member of our inside team, or ask to speak to one of our drive specialists. Thanks.